So guys, are you just as curious as I am as it pertains to what will be released in terms of fragrances for 2020? Well, if you are, then you should continue watching because I have some news that might be exciting for you. People, welcome. My name is Tanya Felice, and here on this channel, we chat about all things fragrance, beauty, love, life, and whatever we decide to chat about here. Today, guys, we are going to be chatting about some fragrance releases that will be coming out for 2021. Now, I must admit, in my research, I did find out that one of these fragrances have already hit the market. In fact, it graced the market in December of 2020, and I didn't know anything about it. As much as I visit this one particular counter, nobody said anything about it. Perhaps it was always sold out. So if you want to know more about these fragrances, go ahead and hit the like button. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you for being here. If you enjoyed the content, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. I would love for you and I to chat together on a weekly basis. Guys, if you're one of my subscribers, welcome, welcome, welcome back. And let's get into this video. Guys, so in this video, I also thought about my older sister because she was like, can you give me some fragrances that I can afford? Or better yet, can you give me some fragrances that don't cost that much? Because I'm not into fragrance like that, but I do want to smell good. So can you give me a diversified list? And I'm like, girl, yes. So that you know, I have included both niche and designer fragrances in this list, and so hopefully there's something that will spark your attention. Okay guys, so the first house that we're going to visit is none other than Jo Malone. So Jo Malone came out with the fragrance Scarlet Poppy. Guys, I must say that all of the fragrances, if I have a picture of them, I will have them to the side of me as well. But they came out with Scarlet Poppy in December of 2020. So this was one that kind of got past me. I saw all of the other like holiday releases and the limited editions, but I did not see Scarlet Poppy. It's in this beautiful red bottle, and it is retailing for, I think, $195. This was one that I called around about today because I'm like, oh, okay, this must be like a Valentine's release or something of that nature. And that's when I found out, no, Tanya, it's already out. We've just been sold out. It comes in and it's gone within 2 days, or it comes in and it's gone in a matter of 1 day. So I'm going to be on the hunt for it. I know it's online. I know you can order it. I think that this definitely will be one for me because I am a lover of the fragrance Poppy and Barley. It smells so ladylike, so clean, but beautiful at the same time. It's so invigorating. And so let me go ahead and read some of the notes of this fragrance. So we have ambrette, heliotrope, poppy, fig, tonka bean, and barley. So I talked to one of the sales associates and he said, okay, Tanya, so this smells like Tom Ford Lost Cherry, but more sensual and more woodsy. So I said, ooh, I already like Tom Ford Lost Cherry, but if you can give me something that's Lost Cherry coupled with a little sensuality and a little woodiness, and here comes Valentine's Day, psh, 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 I'm gonna be spraying her everywhere if she's good. The next fragrance that I'm so excited about is from the House of Guerlain. And yes, it's another flanker for Mon Guerlain, guys. This is Mon Guerlain Sparkling Bouquet. So I can already tell you that it's the normal bottle, but it's layered with like rhinestones around the top, in which I think is absolutely stunning. Guys, the message behind this fragrance is just glorifying women, and you know, the lights and the smiles that radiates from a woman's face. So that's that fragrance. So it has some of the same notes. They beefed up the pear. They have sandalwood. They have Tahitian vanilla, sambac, jasmine, and lavender. So I'm really excited about this because for the most part, I love Mon Guerlain and I love at least most of the flankers. But I'm excited about this one because I want to see what that pear note is doing a little bit different. And I like the message behind these fragrances that's coming out and that I will go through as I go through the list. All of them kind of have such like a radiant type vibe as it pertains to, you know, women and individuality and our voices and just being beautiful icons. And so I love that type of thing. The next fragrance is a little bit interesting for me. It's a flanker to Valentino, Born in Roma. And for me, I am not a big fan of Born in Roma. I will say that I've seen several people talk about how much they love this fragrance. I've even complimented ladies while they were wearing this fragrance, but on me, it just does not do the job. I think I like the dry down when I smell it on different people, but on me, I'm like, yeah, no. So what I love about this one is, first and foremost, the beautiful bottle and the yellow juice. So Born in Roma, the reason they chose this yellow juice is because of the golden glow that is embedded within Rome, in which I thought that was really cool. It doesn't have a lot of notes. I see lemon, rose, musk, and then on some sites, I see ginger and pineapple, in which if it's some ginger in there, that's really, really interesting for me because I like fragrances with ginger, and then that pineapple note. So I know that they have this same fragrance for men as well. Both of them are in the clear bottles with the little studded rocks, and then the juice is yellow. So perhaps that's a mixture of both, but I know that it's supposed to be a really citrusy scent. So I'm excited to see it. I love when you put the citrus as well as the musk, because I feel like it's going to be a powder, creamy type of vibe. So can't wait to smell Valentino Born in Roma, and I hope, I'm praying, fingers crossed, that is something that I'm gonna absolutely love. From the house of Louis Vuitton, we have Etoile Filante, and it translates into shooting stars and joyous and happiness. And so guys, I'm excited about this release. Now, the last release that I smelled was, oh my God, a Trappe Rêves. And I thought the fragrance smelled nice, but it wasn't a wow factor for me. It wasn't enough to say I have to have it. It was simply enough to say, oh, I can have a few samples and I can get by with that. But this one I'm excited about because of the notes. So let me tell you some of the notes. We have strawberry, osmanthus, jasmine, and white musk. So Tanya, which notes are you excited about? For some reason, I love fragrances with osmanthus in them, and I love musk. Strawberry, I'm kind of here and there with, but for this one, there again, shooting stars, joyous, and happiness. I'm here for the message. So Etoile Filante is scheduled to launch either by the end of this month or by February. So we'll just kind of stand by and see. It's in the beautiful bottle that they all come in. They kind of have an apothecary look to me, but on a more upscale, if you will, level. So that is Etoile Filante by Louis Vuitton. Next, we have Mr. Michael Kors with his fragrance, Gorgeous. Now, I'm not a big fan of Michael Kors, but I love a fragrance that has the name Gorgeous, because what lady doesn't want anything that says gorgeous, of course. But anyway, so I spoke to the rep in Ulta, and she indicated that they have some of the bottles, coming in next week. So next week when they come in, I'm going to take a trip to Ulta just to get my nose on it. Like I said, I'm typically not a Michael Kors fan, but who knows? It may be something different. I noticed that it's a different style of bottle. It reminds me of kind of like 70s type thing. Bill Blast, if you will. Those kind of fragrance bottle looks. But so let's talk about some of the notes that's here. So this is different. It's floral, it's tobacco, and it's, Tanya, what did you write? Woodsy. So floral, tobacco, and woodsy coming out in the kind of springy time. I'm interested in that fragrance because I love all of those notes. So to me, for Michael Kors, that's something totally different. I'm used to the daisies and the flowers and the white roses and all that kind of fun stuff. So this is going in a kind of different direction, guys. So it's celebrating the confident spirit of females. So let's see what Mr. Michael Kors has done. So if I get to it before you do, please know that I will be back to check in with you about it. So this next fragrance is a bit incognito, at least to some of the sales reps that I've spoken to from the house of Tom Ford. So they have a fragrance that is scheduled to launch in March, and I'm like, oh yes, I'm all here for it because my birthday is in March. Aries, baby, yes. But anyway, let's move on. It's scheduled to launch in March, and the name is, and guys, forgive me if I do not get the last part of this correct, but it is Tuberose Nue or Tuberose Nue. Now, why am I getting it misspelled or incorrect? Because it's N-U-E. So I'm not quite sure as to how to pronounce that because it's not hyphenated. The E is not hyphenated. It's not punctuated. So hopefully that's correct. Tomato, tomato. Don't charge me. But I am so excited about this fragrance because I can appreciate a good note of tuberose. All I could think about was white florals. I could think of frangipanis. I could think of, what else did I write down here? Gardenias. And you know, sometimes those fragrances can kind of turn coconutty and creamy and that type of thing. But it also has lily, oud, and benzoin. So is that a vanilla type of benzoin or is that more so of the incensey? Who knows? We're all here for it. I know I'm here for it. I cannot wait. I love the bottle. I absolutely love the bottle. I love the soft mint green. Mr. Ford, please let this be one that we can write home about. So guys, and so those are all the bottles that I was able to find that I was interested in. Now, it is some other fragrance releases that are out there. I saw them and I kind of passed on them because I was like, yeah, no. I know that I probably wouldn't like it. It reminds me of something that's probably already been done several times. So 2 other things that came up for me. I was talking to the rep at Bond in store in Saks, and she said, yeah, we're going to have something to come out. We just hadn't got trained on it, but in a few weeks we'll be going to training and I can let you know. So I said, okay, fast forward. Today I called to one of the stores in New York and I spoke with a young lady and she said, yeah, we have a fragrance coming out in February. I said, okay, well, can you tell me this about this fragrance? Is it coming in 1 size or is it going to be in 2 sizes? She said the magic phrase, 2 sizes, which is good for me because I promised myself that I was only going to get smaller bottles if I could so that I don't waste them this year. And then I have other stuff that I'm purchasing and dabbing in. So at least we know the House of Bond will release something in February. And then Diptyque is scheduled to release something between February and March. So be on the lookout for those 2 things. And like I said, I'll be on the lookout for these things as well. Guys, this video was just really quick. I just wanted to jump on and talk to you about some of the new fragrance releases that we could look forward to for 2021. If you have already got your hands on any of these fragrances, if you have already smelled them, go ahead and leave me a comment below. Let's have a chat about it. Let's talk about it because if you have them, I want to know what they smell like too. So go ahead and let's collaborate about it. Remember, guys, to have a perfectly peachy week, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now. This next fragrance is slightly incognito, at least to the sales reps. Oh my God, I was about to choke. Let's stay connected on Instagram at It's Perfectly Peachy.